Hello, this is Henry the Computer Guy, and you are most welcome to our second video about the introduction to web designing using Microsoft Expression Web 4. Actually, in our previous video, we looked at how we can download Microsoft Expression Web 4, the software we are going to be using in designing our website. And we also talked about the web browser, which is a software that will help us to display over the web pages we are going to be designing. For example, you can use Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge, Baidu, and others mentioned but a few, depending on exactly the one you have on your computer. So for my case, I already have Google Chrome, I have Microsoft Edge, but I'll choose the one to use. Actually, in the interest of time, I've also created a question that is going to guide us and the content we are going to be including on all those pages, such that we don't make the video too long. So let's look at the question down here. So when you come down here, this is a question about COVID-19 awareness, and they want us to create a website using an available software to sensitize people about COVID-19, and we should save it in a folder called COVID-19. Let me just call it COVID. COVID. Then the website should be impressive. That means that it should look good and load faster. It should have relevant graphics or images about COVID. Use a marquee of any direction of your choice of any color on our word stay home. It should have a shared banner, include the horizontal navigation on each page, and ensure that the links are active. It should have a copyright, fight against coronavirus in the footer. Then adjust the resolution to fit small monitor screens of 800 by 600 pixels. And this is what exactly they want on the pages. Page 1 is going to be the index page or the home page. It should have a full form, the definition or description, background about COVID-19, a table of records about COVID-19 given by the Ministry of Health. Then page 2 will be the spread. It should have how COVID is spread and the symptoms. Page 3 should be the prevention page, comparing it with some other two diseases it is related to, for example, cold and allergies, then flu. Then you can also give some organizations that we can contact in case someone is suspected to be having COVID-19. Then lastly, our page 4 will be the gallery page. Then the second document we are having is actually going to be containing the information we are going to be pasting onto those pages, because I'm not going to be typing to make the video short. So I'll be copying and pasting, but for your case you can be typing because you have the time. So now, having looked at everything that we need, we are going to begin right away. So the first thing we are going to do is to create a folder onto our desktop. So what you're going to do is to look for a free space onto your desktop, right click, then come to new and create the folder. So you give it a name they told you. I'm going to be calling it COVID. Let me write it in capital. It is COVID, just like that. You can put it wherever you feel you want. So now I also downloaded some images about COVID-19 to be included into our website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this folder. I paste it into this folder that we are having for COVID. So I can just drag it and drop it here, or I can come and right click and come to more options. Then I'll come and say copy. Then I can Ctrl V, or I can right click and say show more options. I come and paste, just like that. So we already have the images in our folder, or the pics we are going to be using in our website. Another thing is we are now going to load our software. We want to open our software. We begin creating our website. So I'll come to my start down here. I'll even search for it. I'll type expression, so it is just pro to me, just like that. I'll click on it, which is Microsoft Expression Web 4. You give it some time to load, then finally our software has been loaded. I told you some of the things Here we already know them. For example, the tabs, we have some different icons we have already seen and others. Then here we have a folder list. That means that our folder we have created on the desktop will appear here after us saving our website in that folder. Then we also have some properties here, the tag properties, the CSS properties, the cascading style sheet properties in case we need to use them. Down here we have that design view. For example, it is by default we have the design view here. We have the code. That means that you can see the code of your website, or you can split between the two and see the code and the design. So it depends on what you want to use. So let me go back to the design view. So now we have already created our folder. Let's start creating our website. We have two options we can use to create our website. For example, we have the file. We can click on file, come to new, then create the pages. Remember, we are going to be using HTML, which is the hypertext markup language. It is the language we are going to be using to design our websites or pages on the website. Another option is clicking on the option that says site. Then you come to new site. Remember, we are creating a new site, so I'm going to use this second option. I'll click on new site, and having clicked on new site, they're going to give us some other two options. We have the general and the template. So the first one, which is general, has other three options: one page site, we have empty site, and import site wizard. So we are all in the next video we are going to be using this general because it needs someone who has some knowledge about web designing, and we shall see how we can create an empty site from scratch in the next video. Then for our case, because we don't have much time and we are candidates, we are going to be using the option for templates. So we are going to be picking our desired template, then we can modify it. It is already done, but we are going to be modifying that template. So there are many templates here, and remember we have a horizontal navigation, so you have to look for the template that has a horizontal navigation, not a vertical one. So you can go through all of them and pick the template of your choice. So for my case, I can let me pick a template, a small business 3, and having chosen my template, I will have to look for the location where I want to save my website. So down here we have the location, and I'm going to be selecting or browsing for that location. Remember, we have a folder we have created on the desktop. Come and click on the desktop, then they will give you all the folders that you have onto your desktop. So I'm going to select the one for COVID. I'll click on it and say open. So it shows me the path here that you're saving on desktop under the folder called COVID. So I can click OK, such that all those files are extracted from the other template to my folder. But we are not going to use all of them. Remember, we need a few of them. For example, we need the master.dwt. DWT stands for dynamic web template. We need the styles, we need the pics we are going to be using. We also have some of the images that are coming with the template. So that means that we have to leave them there. So let's pick what we want to remain with. For example, I'm going to first of all select all, Ctrl A onto my keyboard. I'll now press again Ctrl, hold the Ctrl, don't leave it, long press. Click on the master that you're going to be leaving there, the styles, the images, and the pics. Then others are still selected. So you're going to right click on that selection and click delete, such that we remove them because we don't need them. Yes to all, just like that. You can even come back to your folder and check onto the desktop whether that information has been deleted. When you double click on it, we have 4 items. We have the master, we have the style, the pics, and the images. And remember, why are we leaving the master? This master will act as a common template for us to be designing all other pages. So we shall use the master to design all the other pages. That is it. So let's close this and come back to our software. So now we want to begin creating our master or modifying our master such that all other pages will be looking at least somehow like our master. So double click on master and begin. So having clicked on it, we have some information here. I'm going to wrap it. I put what I want. For example, I'm going to wrap this information. Then I will come to my document. Remember, I told you that I already wrote this information down. I'm going to be selecting and pasting, copying and pasting. So we want to create a COVID-19 awareness website in Uganda. Let me copy this. I put it into my website. So I'm going to put it as the first one here. Ctrl V for pasting. So it is just there, but it is not all that visible. We can change the color to something that is visible in blue. So we can highlight it, come up here where we have the font color, then we can choose white, because I think white is visible on blue color, just like that. We can even make it as a heading. For example, if you want, you can come and select it, come to this option, pick heading. You make it as a heading. I just change the color. We can even put the color back to white, but it is our heading 1 now. So just like that. So we have the logo. We can put an image there. Remember, we have our pics. We can go through them as we are looking for the image to put there. So now I'm going to hold this image. Whenever I click on an image, it can be viewed up here such that you can be able to see what you're picking. So hold it, put it where the logo is, then it will replace it. So I can call it, let's say, pic, just like that. I can give a description that it is a logo. I can put a description that it is a logo, just like that. Then I can say okay. So now you're seeing that it is very big. You can change the size by right clicking on it and come to the picture properties. Then you come to the appearance and choose, for example, 200 and see how it will look like. There are more options you can pick from here. It is again big. You can also use the parameters if you don't want to go back to that option. Select the parameters and move them to closer where you want it to be. That is the first one that we have done. Let me make it smaller. I don't want it to be all that big. Just like that. Now we have our menu and we want to change it also. Remember, we have 4 pages. We have the home page, the spread, the prevention, and the gallery. But here we are having different things. That means that we are going to change this to what we want. So click there and come and split your design and the code such that you can be seeing the code and at the same time the design. We want to change this. Let me put what we want to put. Of course, that is going to be the home. Let me put it in capital letters. This is going to be the home page. This will be the spread page. This will be the prevention page. This will be the prevention page. This will be the gallery. And I think that is what we need. Gallery. That is only what we need. So all other items are going to be deleted. So you select them, just highlight and click delete. So this is, remember, it is an ordered list. That's why you're seeing the UL. So after that, we can come back to our design. And I think they have changed. We can make them bold even. You can come and select here. Then come back to, we can come to the tag properties. Look for the style. Click on the style, then come to these 3 dots. We can come and get some other options. For example, we are on the font, so we can choose font weight, which is the bold, just like that. We can choose even the family. Anything that you want to change can be changed here, even the color. So I just want to make them bold only. I'll come to the style again, just like that. I'll come to the font weight. I make it bold such that they are visible. Again, look for the style. Can make it bold. You can choose the gallery, come to the style again. I make it bold, just like that. So now that is done for the menu. Then the navigation, we can come and put here updates. We are going to be updating people about COVID-19, so we can put this one as updates. Updates, we can put them in the center, put it in the center. Can even highlight it and put a font color of let's say red. We apply. We come here, we want to put our, they told us to stay home, so we put a stay home. Stay home. We can press enter. We shall put a pic here. Enter. We shall put a description there. We shall put a pic there, description and others. So let's put a color to this one. Font color. We can come and pick again red. Can even make it bold, just like that. Then remember they told us to give it a marquee. So you'll come and click here. We cannot put a marquee from here, but we can put it from the code. Then we can come and split our code. We come where there is this stay home. Instead of using a paragraph, we are going to call it a marquee. Then having opened it, we also have to close with a marquee, just like that. Then we can come back to our design. So when you click here, it shows you that it is having a marquee style, and whenever you want to make some modifications on a marquee, you can double click on it. It will give you other options. Which direction do you want to put? The speed, the delay, the amount, the behavior, the scroll. It can be scroll, slide, or alternate. Let me use alternate, and other options down here. You can say okay. So we are done with that. Then down here we can put some images. For example, let me look through my images. Let me begin with this one. I hold it, I drag, I put it wherever I feel I want. This is pick 2. I can give a description if I have time. So it is somehow big. I can make it smaller by choosing the parameters and bringing it to be smaller, just like that. Then I can type some text here. Let's say get vaccinated. Can put it in the center also, just like that. Then I can come back to this one, press enter, get where to put the description, can put another image here. You can go through all the images after you pick the one you want. Hold, then we can drop it here. I can call it pick 3, just like that. It is very big. You can make it smaller. Then I can push this one a little bit here, such that it is not pushed down. Then I can come and write some text here, where your mask, or raise. I can put it in the middle also, just like that. So we can end on that. I think that is our master. Then we can come and remove this. Remember they told us to put a copyright. Copyright, let me just remove all of it here. We put a copyright. Let me go and copy the copyright. It was fight against. Let me copy it from here. Don't want to make the video too long. Come back. I will just paste it there. Fight against coronavirus. So this is our master. We are done with creating our master. We can click on save. I think everything has been saved and it is looking somehow nice. So now we have to create all the other pages after we link them to our master. So we need the home page, the prevention page, spread page, then the gallery. So what do we do if we want to create our other pages? So what we do is we are going to close the master. We come back to our site view, right click on master, say create new from dynamic web template. So we shall call this one as the home. We click on save. We save it as home.html. Then we can change the title to home page, just like that. We click on save. So we now have our home page. Let's create another page. Come back to the site view, right click from dynamic web template. Then we create another page for spread. We save it again as a spread. Then we change the title to spread again, just like that. We save it. Then we need another for prevention. Right click, new from dynamic web template. We save it also to something that is prevention. Then we can change the title to something that is prevention, just like that. We click OK. Then we create the last page, which is going to be the gallery. Right click, new from dynamic web template. We click on save. Then we call it gallery. We change the page title to gallery, just like that. So now I think we have all the 4 pages that we need. So we have to link these ones to the master. Let's come back and open our master. We want to link all these pages to our master. What we are going to do, as you're linking your pages, you have to be on the master. We click where home is. Then we can right click and come to link hyperlink properties. Or if you don't want to use that one, you can as well click where the home is, come up here and say insert hyperlink. Let's use that one and we link this one to the home that is open. We come to spread, insert hyperlink. We come to click it to spread again, just like that. We come to prevention. We link it to the one which is prevention that is open, and we come to the last one which is gallery. We link it to the gallery which is open, just like that. So after that we save all. So they are telling us that there are 4 files attached to the master. Would you like to update them now? Yes, I want. So they will be updated, just like that. So now we have created all our pages and we have linked them. That means that we are now good to go to add our information. Let's come to the home page. We add the information we need there. So I'm going to wrap this information. I put what we need to put there. For example, I'll come back to my document that we are going to be using. They told us to write coronavirus in a full form. So I'm going to copy this one. I'll go back to my software. I paste it where I want to go, just like that. So I can even make this one as a heading 1, because okay, I can put it in the middle and it should be even heading 1. In other words, let's make it heading 1, just like that. We put it in the middle. You can even increase the size and change the font family. Let's say impact, just like that. It will change the way you feel you want. I can even come and add a picture there. It depends on what I want. So I will come and grab this information. Remember, they told us to put let's come and look at our information. The description about COVID-19. Let's copy, Ctrl C, come back to our software. We paste this information there, Ctrl V. So that is going to be having a description about COVID-19. So we can put the description there. For example, I'm going to copy it from here. Coronavirus disease is a disease caused by a virus named SARS COVID, like that. We copy this information and paste it there. Control V for pasting. You see that the information is coming just like that. So that is what we have. We can even choose to add an image there. For example, if you look at these images, we can pick one image that we can add as on our home page. Remember, the home page is always that index page or home page that actually gives a clear view of what your website is all about. So anyone that comes to your website will first visit the first page, and that is the home page. You can pick any that you feel you want. I can pick this, then I can even drop it here if I feel I want. First of all, let me press enter so that I can get where to write some other information. And I think this will is going to be, let me come back to this, and this will be the background. Copy, Control C, then I come back to my software, I paste this. So if you want to make it as a heading, you just come under pick. Let's say this was a heading, let me make this as heading 2. I'll also make this as heading 2, just like that. Then I can drop a picture here if I feel I want. I'll say pick 3. If it is very big, you can make it smaller by right clicking on it and coming to the picture properties. Then you can come to the appearance. You can even put, let's say, 200 and say okay, just like that. But you can now increase the size if you have, or if you see the parameters, just like that. Then we come down on enter, press enter. We need to add the other information about the background on COVID-19. Copy, then come back and paste it there. But for your case, you'll be able to type them because you have time. Control V for pasting. That is the background we have. Then we can as well pick something else, which is going to be a table of some records. Copy, then come and paste the heading there. Remember, we said we are going to make it as heading 2, just like this one. Sorry, undo. I selected something which is not that. Let me select this. I make it as heading 2, just like that. We can even make it smaller, or I can say table of some records. Let me remove this and call it a table of some records about COVID, just like that. So we need to make or draw a table. When you come here, we have a table. That means that we are going to be drawing a table onto our page. So we are going to come down here. We come down, then we draw our table. Remember, we have how many columns? Let me look at, we have 2 columns and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 6 rows. So we are going to create that. So if you want to create a table, you're going to come to here we have a table, insert table, and you're going to pick 2 columns, and these are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. So you click on it, our table is going to be displayed. You can even change or put some information here into your table. You can even double click on the table, having highlighted it, to make some modifications on it. For example, if I double click on it, it will ask me the border. I can put the border 1. I can give it even the border color to be red, just like that. I can say I think it is now visible. I can give it to all borders such that everything is in under tables. By coming to borders, just here, I'll say all borders or outside border. It depends on what you exactly want to. All borders. So you can see it now. So we want to write the details. Let me write them in capital letter. Details. And we can make it smaller. This side we have the values. We can make them to be in the center. just like that in the middle. Then we can start copying the information from our. So I might pause the video a little such that we don't make it long. Just Ctrl V, copy, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, Ctrl V, just like that. Ctrl C, Ctrl V, E to align to the center. Finally, we have put this information into our table. So that is the table that we are actually having. I think our home page is done. I think our home page is now done. So we come to save, and we see how our page 1 looks like. This is our page 1. So we can now go to page 2, which is the spread, and also do the same. Let's grab this information. We come back to our document, we copy this information. Now we are on page 2. We want to talk about the symptoms and how it is spread. Copy, Ctrl C, then Ctrl V. We said we can make it this one as a heading 1. We can give it a color, then we can put the information there. For example, I can wrap this information. Yeah, for your case you'll be able to type them, but I'm just copying and pasting not to make the video too long. Copy this information. You're going to come and paste it here. Ctrl V. Then again you put the heading, how COVID is spread. Copy, Ctrl V. Then we put the information there, just like that. Copy, then Ctrl V. That is just like that. We can even change the colors of these if we want. You can come back and look for what we want to add. Then we come to the symptoms, COVID-19 symptoms. Copy, Ctrl V for pasting. You can come and look for the copy. Then we can put that. We have the most common, then we have the less common. This is the less common. Less common. Then we have the serious. We have the serious symptoms. Copy. Then we can come and paste them here. Then we can begin typing our information there. For example, the first one is fever. The first one is fever. So we can start typing them. Let's say, for example, fever. But remember, we want to make this one in form of bullets, as you're seeing here. It is in form of bullets. So we are going to insert a bullet. Then press enter. You type the other information. Off. That's why I told you I might pause the video as I'm typing. This, we have tiredness. We have loss of taste. Loss of taste. Then we come to this one again. We click here and I put a sore throat. We make it in form of a bullet. Then we keep on adding. we keep on adding. Then we come to the serious symptoms and add difficulty breathing, difficult breathing, or shortness of breath. So we can create a bullet, then enter, add others. Loss of speech or mobility. Chest pain. We have chest pain, kidney failure, and others. So we are going to end with those ones. Then down here we are going to be including the last sentence that we had, which was saying therefore you should seek immediate medical attention if you have serious symptoms. So we copy this one, we paste it at the end of our page, copy, then come back to our software, we paste it here, Ctrl V. Then we should remove this and this. So that is the end of our page 2, which is the spread. We come to page 3, which is going to be the prevention page. We can click save. We come to the prevention page. So when we come to the prevention page, we are going to be adding the information about how COVID-19 is prevented. We are going to copy this preventive measures, copy. We come and put it here. We paste it here, Ctrl V. Then we come to this information, we start adding our points there. We can even come here and change this one to a heading. As I told you, you can change it to heading 1, just like that. Then you come and start adding the points that you have. We come and add our points. For example, I can copy this, copy, Ctrl V, just like that. Enter, come and include quarantining. This is in capital letter, we put it in small letters. So we have quarantining, press enter, you add another one, wearing a mask at all times. All times, press enter. So having written everything there, we can as well press enter. Press enter. Then we can begin another item. So we are going to be comparing. So that means that we need to compare COVID-19 with some other 2 diseases. Let's copy the heading, copy, we come and paste it there, Ctrl V. Then we have to draw a table. That table is actually going to be having 2 columns and 2 rows. 2 columns and 2 rows. We come and click on table, insert table, 2 columns and 2 columns. That is our table. So we can decide to double click on it and make some changes on it. Put the border as 1. We can put the color as red. Then we can come and say OK. And say all borders, just like that. So we come and copy this information again. We have called or allergies, Ctrl C, paste it here. Then we make it a little bit smaller. We come and copy the information which is flu, copy, Ctrl V and put it in the center by pressing Ctrl E. We come back and get the information we need. We need this information, copy, sneezing. Then we come and also bring this other information, which is this copy. Then we come and paste it to this other section, Control V. So we have the cough. Can remove this just like that. Then we can remove this other line that is not being used. We come back and look at what we exactly need. So we need to put the organizations to be contacted in case someone has COVID-19. Come and copy organizations to be contacted, copy, then we come and paste it here, Control V. Then down here we put those organizations, which is the Ministry of Health and their telephone number. We copy this, put it just below here, Control V. So that is what we have. So we can delete this last paragraph. Come and click here, then delete. So specifically we click on save, and that is what we have. So we have our last page, which is the gallery, and we need to put some images here. So I'm going to remove this and put let's say our gallery. Can even make it as heading 1 if you feel you want. Then you can even change this one to something of what you want. So we need to add some images here. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a table for our images to be organized. We are going to create a table, then we can paste our images there. So for example, in let's say we are going to be putting 8 to 10. So we create a table that is going to be having this 1 2, let's say make it 1 2 1 2 3 6, just like that. So we are going to be putting images here. So I'll drag the image, for example this one, I'll drag and put it here. I can just give it just like that. I make it smaller. I make the image smaller for it to fit. I'll get another image. I'll copy this one. By the way, let me get another one. I can put it here. Can say okay. Then I make it smaller. Hold the parameters and make it smaller. Those are so far 2 images. We can even skip some space here and put another image. For example, we have this. Okay, we make it smaller by picture properties. We make it appearance, then we come to 200 a little, and we see how it will look like, just like that. We get another one. Yeah, you drag, we make it smaller again. We want them to be at the same size, to be of the same size. Can come down here, we add others. Can pick more, hold this one, drag, just like that. We make it smaller, not too small, but we make it smaller. Then we can come and add another one here, drag and drop. We make it smaller, then just like that. We can just press enter. We add another image here. We have still have some other space. Can even put it here. Make it smaller. Hold the parameters. We make it a little bit smaller. Have another one. of this kind. Can hold and drag, drop it there. Then we make it small again, just like that. So we have images about COVID-19. Actually, all these other images can as well be edited depending on what you want onto that page. We click on save all. We can go to the prevention. We can even put an image close to this one. For example, I can come and say I need to put another image here. There's an image I want to put there. Of course, this is the one. So I will hold it and drop it there. I'll say okay. So I can even drag it to that. So we are now done with our pages. Remember, they told us to, let's go back to our question a little bit. They told us that I think we have done all this. The shared banner is blue on all the pages, and they want us to change the resolution to fit 800 by 600. So we'll come back. We have to be on master for us to do that. Let's first of all save everything. So we save all for all the pages to be saved. Then we come back to our master. We come to view. Then we look for the page size. They wanted us to change it to 800 by 600. So I'll come and select this option such that our setting has been added onto that. So we can click save. So now we want to view our pages. So you can view everything that you have done after the creation of the website. So let's first of all minimize this software and come back to our desktop and look at the folder that we had created. So we can right click and open it, then come and look at what we have. So we have the home page, we have the gallery, we have the prevention, we have the spread. So we can open and see what will be displaying. So let's open the home page, double click it. So this is how our website is going to be displayed. So you see the banner on all the pages. We have the logo, we have the pages, they are here. Then we have some image. We can scroll down. We have the footer already there. We have our marquee of a color of our choice. We have put some images here. We can go to the spread. So it is skipping. That means that we need to make a modification there. So we can click on another page and see it is also skipping. So click on it, it is also skipping. That means that we have to put some links there. We didn't put the links to them. So we can come back and look at our work. So we come back to the master. Actually, they are not saved. That's why it is not even doing what we wanted. So we had to click save all. So after that, we come back to our design view. We are still on the pages. We can come and click onto them and see how our links are appearing. So remember, we are linking them to our pages that we created. So if you look at the link here, it says hyper reference then default HTML, but we are not linking. We are supposed to link it to our home. That means that we are going to make some modification here. So I'm going to wrap this and link it to our home. Remember, it was in small letters. Then this one, it is supposed to be spread in small letters. We linked it to the spread in small letters. Even this one is supposed to be linked to prevention. Then this one is supposed to be linked to the gallery in small letters. Then after that, we can save all. So they are telling us that there are 4 files attached to master. Would you like to update them? Of course, we are updating them. Close. Then we go back to our design. We save. Control S. So we come back again to our folder. We open our home by double clicking on it. That is our home. The information is there. Then we can click on spread. It is going to taking us to our spread. Then prevention. it is taking us to our prevention page again. Then gallery, it has to take us to our gallery. So that is specifically how we can design our website using Microsoft Expression Web. So you can follow the video and create your own website, but make sure the links are not broken. Before you submit your work, you always have to check the links. For example, the way we have checked our links, whether they are working. So that is specifically what I had for you. It's been Henry the Computer Guy. Please, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button and the notification bell in case any video has been uploaded. You'll always be notified. Bye bye. I sign out.